that was something like this. So you can't buy a house, but you wanted to invade mine? I refuse to ever live with my brother again. I would sooner live in the woods without electricity than ever live with him. He's intentionally irritating, and if I had him as a roommate, I just know that he would steal my booze, he would take all my stuff, and invade my privacy nonstop. That is not going to happen. And I do not care how much mom is gonna cry. That is not gonna work on me. Well, when I said that, my mom broke down and finally conceded that she was never going to convince me to allow my brother to move in. She even had to take my brother by the hand and leave my property with him because he initially refused to go and kept begging her to turn back and make me let him move in. I then yelled at him that it was hilarious that he called me a mama's boy before because he had become exactly that, and that this was just like one time when he tried to get our mother to make me trade vehicles with him, all because he felt ashamed to be driving a minivan. My brother then yanked away from mom and then started swearing at me. Eventually, after some back and forth between the two of us, my mom got in front of him and told him to just go. Then he drove off in his rattle can Silverado without her, which by the way, he had driven her there. So then I had to take her home. While taking my mom home, I made things very clear with my mother over why I could never trust my brother ever again and how his life was not my burden to bear. I then told her how little my brother was offering for rent anyways, which is something he conveniently had not told her. Now fast forward, and I later rented that same room to one of my best friends for $600 a month, and he pays for his own utilities. The other two rooms are my bedroom and a home office, and there's an extra room in the separate garage as well. And wouldn't you guess it, my mother tried to make me let my brother live in the garage instead. She says there's enough room in the storage room for a bedroom, but again, I said absolutely not. But simply out of spite, that has been turned into another friend's rented room as I just remodeled it with some plywood. And yeah, I rented them out of spite. And that's because I didn't want my brother to live with me in any capacity. My brother later ended up having a complete meltdown in front of our parents over how he's the older brother. He should be the one who owns a house first. He's supposed to be successful, and I'm supposed